But we begin with good news tonight. Against all odds, after years of sketchy warrants, subpoenas, early morning raids, dozens of cooked-up charges, one after another, far-left judges and Trump-hating juries, Donald Trump has eviscerated the left's lawfare campaign. Today, New York judge, Democratic donor Juan Merchan announced that Trump would receive no jail time, no fine, no probation after a Manhattan jury convicted Trump on what is a novel, bizarre legal theory surrounding a case that had no victims. I mean, it was a legal NDA put together by a lawyer, and it was chronicled as a legal expense. Judge Merchan told Trump, "Sir, I wish you Godspeed as you assume your second term in office." It was almost laughable. But despite no penalty at all, Donald Trump will rightly appeal this bogus conviction. At his sentencing, the president-elect blasting the left, their attempts to weaponize our system of justice. Take a look.
This has been a very terrible experience. I think it's been a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system. This was a case that Alvin Bragg did not want to bring. He thought it was, from what I read and from what I hear, inappropriately handled before he got there. A gentleman from a law firm came in and acted as a district attorney, and that gentleman, from what I heard, was a criminal or almost criminal in what he did. It was very inappropriate. It was somebody involved with my political opponent. Think about it. Legal expenses are down as legal expenses, and I get indicted for business records. Everybody should be so accurate. It's been a political witch hunt. It was done to damage my reputation so that I'd lose the election, and obviously that didn't work. And the people of our country got to see this firsthand because they watched the case in your courtroom. They got to see this firsthand, and then they voted, and I won and got the largest number of votes by far of any Republican candidate in history, and won, as you know, all 7 swing states, won conclusively all 7 swing states, and won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. And they've been watching your trial, so they understood it. With all that's happening in our country today, with the city that's burning to the ground, one of our largest, most important cities burning to the ground, with wars that are uncontrollably going on, with all of the problems of inflation and attacks on countries and all of the horrible things that are going on, I got indicted over calling a legal expense a legal expense. And the people of this country understand what's gone on. This has been a weaponization of government. They call it lawfare. Never happened to any extent like this, but never happened in our country before. And I'd just like to exclaim that I was treated very, very unfairly. And I thank you very much.
All right, Trump-hating Democrats, they tried to throw the former president in prison. They wanted to send him to Rikers Island. They wanted to ruin his life. They did try to destroy his reputation, all in order to block him from winning an election. This is a massive scandal, one of the biggest in modern American history, and the media, they're perfectly fine with it. These Democrats utterly failed, and now it's time for a reckoning at the DOJ, the FBI, and the clown shows that are going on in Atlanta and New York. Now, I don't mean that Republicans should follow suit. No, they should end the weaponization of justice. They should adhere to equal justice and application of our laws, return to constitutional order. They shouldn't do to them, and they're scared to death that that would happen, that which was done to Donald Trump. The left tried to turn our courts, the FBI, our intelligence community, into a Soviet-style political enforcement arm of the Democratic Party. Thankfully, that'll end in, 12 days, whatever it is, on January 20th. If you are a Democrat and you're watching tonight, pay close attention. In this country, crimes get prosecuted, not people in this country. Justice is supposed to be blind. We're supposed to have equal justice under the law without political bias. Far-left bureaucrats that live in D.C. do not get to anoint our leaders and make our laws. And American presidents are supposed to lead and not take orders in between their naps from a group of unelected overeducated socialists that have an agenda. This is a democratic republic. It must remain one. It's supposed to be by, of, and for the people. And our rights are enshrined by a creator, not the thing, Joe. Anyway, the left tried to criminalize Donald Trump's free expression in the whole process, block his right to participate in our elections, and in the process, they ended up putting Donald Trump and his supporters through hell. This can never happen again. The pompous far-left bureaucrats, long entrenched in that Washington swamp, when Donald Trump gets in, I hope he fires them all, flushes them all out, so that freedom, equal justice, the rule of law, constitutional order will be restored. In just, 10 days, this important work will officially begin, and not a moment too soon. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.